Purification of sample using CeleMag Clean-up bead. Please have the CeleMag Clean-up bead ready. This is the cleanup step to purify the adapter ligated product. Be sure to use freshly prepared 80% ethanol. The amount of bead needed for purification is 100% of your adapter ligated sample volume from step 2. Use extra caution when pipetting. You need to pipette slowly because the reagent is very viscous due to high reagent concentration. First, thoroughly vortex CeleMag Clean-up beads to make the homogeneous state. Then, add 100% volume of CeleMag Clean-up beads to a new low-bind tube. And then add an adapter ligated product sample to the tube. Mix well on a vortex and pulse spin down the tube. Incubate at room temperature for 5 minutes. Avoid spinning down the CeleMag Clean-up beads too strongly to prevent precipitation. Place the tube in a magnetic separator for 3 to 5 minutes until the solution is clear. Keep the tube in the magnetic separator and discard the supernatant. Be careful not to touch the beads while you remove the supernatant. It can be easier to have the pipette tip against the front wall of the tube. Do not worry about the little bit of residual liquid at the bottom of the tube, as you will have a series of ethanol washes followed by this step. Place the tube in the magnetic separator and add 500 microliters of fresh 80% ethanol to each sample tube. Incubate for 30 seconds at room temperature and then discard the 80% ethanol. Be careful not to touch the beads while you remove the supernatant. Repeat 80% ethanol wash, step 5 and 6. Spin down and put the tube in a magnetic separator and discard residual ethanol. Keep the tube in the magnetic separator and leave the lid open. Dry the sample tube at room temperature for 2 minutes or until residual ethanol has completely evaporated. Avoid drying beads for too long, as cracked bead decreases elution efficiency. Add 22 microliters of nucleus-free water to the bead and resuspend the beads by mixing well on a vortex mixer to make a homogeneous mixture. Pulse spin down and incubate the sample at room temperature for 2 minutes. Place the tube in the magnetic separator and let it sit for 2 minutes until the solution is clear. Transfer the 20 microliters of supernatant to a new 1.5 ml low bind tube.